Hey guys, what's up? Sitsuri here, with my friend Batman over here. He's just like hanging out in the background. Um, and today I'm gonna do part two of the batch tutorial series I started about 2 days ago, I think. You'll find a link to the playlist in the description. So I guess let's get started. So I'm just gonna go through the same process that I did with the day before's video. Um, in making the batch file, which is like so. But I'm gonna do a more creative name today because we're gonna be doing something different. Loop.bat. So now, I'm gonna be making. Oops, I forgot. I'm gonna be making kind of a loop kind of thing because that, for me at least, is very important, especially in batch because. And it took me a while to figure out, so hopefully this helps a lot of people. So right click edit. Okay. So now that we're in the editing, we can first drop in an echo off. And then we're going to use function things. So let's say start. And then we put a command in here, go loop. And then go to start. So what this is doing, this is basically an infinite loop in batch. What this is doing, it's first putting all of the echoes off, and then it's starting, this is where the program starts, and we're letting it know that. You don't have to do that unless you want to loop. You can change that to whatever you want as well, but you would have to change it here. So this is the function for echo loop. And then it's go to start. So, so it's basically like, here's what start is, and then it runs the start commands, and then it goes back to start, and it does it again and again. So when I say loop, I mean that. Give me a second. I don't know why it's putting that much space between lines. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll have to fix that later. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and save. So file save or just Control S. I usually do Control S, but as you can see, it's just literally doing that infinitely. So this is basically the most simple loop you can do in batch. So let's do something a little more advanced. I'm going to say something like echo, let's say, hello, echo, hint hint. Like, comment, and sub, hint, hint. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you, or at least hopefully prove to you, that it's actually looping through these two things, and it's not just like magically copying and pasting. Hey, wait a second, did I do... Okay, that makes more sense. I was actually kind of worried that I'd screwed up my notepad settings and couldn't undo it. Hello, like, comment, and sub. Now what we can make this look a little less ugly is we can put a few pauses in between. So let's put one right there. And one of the other very versatile things that I use very often in batch when I'm scripting is this. Pause. One of the greater than signs, I think, and then null. So it's like the arrow thing is pointing toward null. So it basically like sends the output of pause to null. So it makes it so that you can't see that the pause is running. Usually it would be just a generic press any key to continue. But if we run it now, it just like nothing shows up, and when I press a key, it does it again. So it's basically an invisible pause. Now let's do a few more things. let's say that I wanted to get out of the loop. So, let's say like, instead of pause, let's do some if statements. So if, oh wait, so, okay, forget I said anything. Set /p, yn is, continue or exit. y/n. So what's going to show up on the screen is this stuff, and it's going to save the output to this variable. So now if yn is n, okay, so equals is different from set, and set is that, so I kind of forgot, so my fault. No big deal. Okay, also percent signs here and here. I learn as I go, even when I'm done learning, so. If yn is the same as n, then go to end. And we're going to make the end function right here. We're going to do some pause nulling. And now what we can do, which is a neat trick that I use a lot in conjunction with pause null, is just like echoing something above it. Echo press any key to close. And what it'll do is it'll make it look like it's actually the pause statement. So yeah, that should be sufficient. So I just saved it, and now I'm gonna run it. So hello, like, comment, and sub. Continue or exit. I wanna continue. Now what I forgot to do is just I forgot to put in a if for the y, so it doesn't matter what you put into that little text thing as long as it isn't n. But when you put n, press any key to close, and it closes. So that pretty much concludes part 2 of the batch tutorial series. As I said, the link to the playlist is gonna be in the description. If you liked it, If you hated it, dislike it, because that's the worst you can do this. If you hated it even more than dislike can, dislike can say, then just leave a comment. If you liked it more than the like can say, leave a comment. Yeah, that good stuff. But that's pretty much it, guys.